Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, November 27th, I guess Black Friday, and everyone have a, and this is the search news we covered. Let's start again. Hello everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, November 27th, Black Friday, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Roundtable at seroundtable.com. First up, I posted this morning. So I'm sure most of you guys seen the Time article about this prototype that you can see over here being fashioned by Meet Singhal from Google, the head of search over there. Probably the most powerful man in Google, outside of Larry and Sergey. Basically what he's showcasing is basically a communicator. You just kind of like the Captain Kirk communicator where you tap it, you ask it a question, you get an answer. And that's what Google's been working on with their Google Voice Search and so forth. What's interesting is that I found a post by Jonathan Zunger, who used to be, I guess he still is, the head of the chief architect of social at Google. And he said now he's working for the past few months or several months on what he calls the universal assistant. He said, for the past several months I've been focused on full-time, and this is what I expect to be spending the next several years on ambient computing. And he defined ambient computing as computing that is seamlessly present wherever you are, so easily accessible that you barely even realize that you're interacting with a computer, a worldwide reality. And that's really what we've been seeing snippets of with the Google Knowledge Graph, feature snippets, answers, mostly with voice search, obviously on the web search as well as desktop search and mobile search, and also with voice search. And this is what Google's working on. He went through a lot more detail around it. I think it's very, very important that you take a look at this because this is really where the future of search is going. And it's very interesting because Google's spending a lot of resources, and they said it's one of the most important things Google's been working on. Also, one of the more important things Google's working on is something called accelerated mobile pages. And Google said that it's specifically something they're going to be launching early next year, early 2016. And this is their initiative to make the mobile web faster by releasing their own code base in conjunction with Twitter and other places as well to make mobile much faster. And Google said their search results pages, their own mobile search results pages will take this into account or will actually use this technology in early 2016. So we'll see that coming hopefully in the next several months. Gary from Google basically said again, yes, Penguin's coming. It's going to definitely be this real-time version, which we were hoping it would be. He doesn't know the date yet. Actually, he does know the date. He got the information from Google yesterday, I believe. But they have to go wait through PR to approve what he's going to say because it is a big thing, I guess. So that's definitely coming, and he said the change will be huge. I think not necessarily in terms of the search results changing, but mostly in regards to how Google's Penguin algorithm works being real time. Gary also said that he does not work actively on the Penguin algorithm. He does have access to the code. He did actually come up with the HTTPS algorithm and some other things he worked on, but he doesn't specifically work with the Penguin algorithm within the code itself. So that's something you should understand as well, which is nice for him to say. Speaking about that, I found it interesting, a former Google engineer who stopped working at Google about 8 months ago, started working at Facebook, but worked at Google for almost 5 years as a software engineer, said that he had a level of access to the code that most engineers did not, but he also said that he did not have access to the search algorithm, and only a very small group of people have access to the search algorithm. So yeah, it was very interesting to hear that. Of course, not everybody at Google has access to the search algorithm, but it would be very interesting to know what type of level of access Googlers have, how many people, and so forth. So it's very interesting to hear that from a former Googler. A Google spam fighter from Russia named Andre, I believe Andre is pronounced, basically said that one of the things that him and his team are working on at Google is specifically around mobile, deceptive mobile affiliate traffic networks. So Google said this in the past, talking about how they're going to go ahead and penalize sites that are intentionally or unintentionally redirecting mobile users to different pages different pages that they're not expecting. And some of this has to do with the affiliate network, traffic network specifically around mobile. And that's what Andre and his team is working on, and it's very interesting to hear him say that because they said it's one of the most important things that he's working on at his team. The Google Site command now returns featured snippets when your site comes up, has featured snippets. This is really important in that you can actually see, even though your site doesn't always come up for featured snippets, you'll be able to see if Google thinks your site deserves featured snippets or not, even if it doesn't always come up. What's important for this is if you do a search for what is SEO, often you'll get is like Wikipedia results, but if you do a site command, searchingtheland.com, what is SEO, also comes up featured snippets. So it actually shows that your site is important. But another site, Google, it's really, so it's very interesting to see definitely do a site command for your main keywords, like what is and stuff like that, and see if Google defines you as being worthy of having featured snippets. So here's an example of what is SEO, and this is actually a Wikipedia result, but if you do a site command, if it loads, you'll see a Search Engine Land result come up, which is interesting. Google's John Mueller said that for e-commerce sites, you don't necessarily need to rewrite the product descriptions with expert product descriptions. It'll be useful for your users and so forth, but it's not like Google's looking at your product description and saying, oh, this site has it, and that site has the same one, and that site has the same one. Obviously, if you're selling Pepsi Max and you get the manufacturer's description from Pepsi, that's all good. I mean, it's good enough. And John Mueller's saying you don't have to write an expert product description. Obviously, it helps for the users, but it's not something that Google would spend too much time on, he said. So Google released a search bug this week that supposedly had a major impact on TripAdvisor and Yelp, specifically on mobile, where Google would actually show Google's local pack or local result above the TripAdvisor and Yelp results for even when you just search for like Yelp, TripAdvisor Hilton's or Yelp something. If you do a specific brand search for the local search results, like here's an example, Yelp, and you can see previously it looked like this, and then Google put their map box there pushing down all the Yelp results. It's now back to normal. Google said this is a search bug. They fixed it within, I think, 24 hours or so. But of course, the relationship between Google and Yelp and TripAdvisor is not that good. So we'll see what happens with that. Around Google Plus did a major redesign that they're actually testing and they're going to launch soon. And with that, the Google Plus local results have no reviews anymore. This is a big thing. But Google actually announced a whole lot of other changes that you could expect in terms of local results and Google Plus. And I have them all documented here from Mamta at Google. And specifically, Google said that they're removing a lot more than just reviews. Specifically, they're removing categories, directions, stars, photo uploads, interior photos, maps, hours, open table, and app integration. So a lot has been removed from Google Plus, and you just expect more and more to be removed over time. One thing that Google added to their help pages in their rich snippets is a Google Place Actions. If you go to the rich snippets documentation, let me see if it's actually live now. If it loads, you'll see a new link on the left-hand side, something called Place Actions. And Place Actions, I'm not exactly sure what they are, but they're probably like, get coupons or certain types of actions that you want the place to actually enable. It actually goes ahead and has a new link to this new rich snippet that you could add to your, markup, your structured markup on your webpage to enable these place actions. And again, if this loads, hopefully we'll learn more about it. But if not, again, it's something that Google has added, and hopefully we'll hear more about that in the near future. And finally, let's see if this loaded in the meantime. Yeah. So, place actions. Yeah, it's 404. There's nothing there, but again, there's a new link to the place actions. Finally, if you do a search in Google for the phrase "a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away," up comes a UI, a search interface from Google that looks like the Star Wars, theme with the music as well. So let's try it on mobile, see if it works. You have the black background you see with the yellow things, and it actually scrolls, and you can actually click on the results. I really gotta get a new iPad. I do apologize. They have some deals today, but I don't know if I want to spend money on it. I just bought a new computer. In any event, you can see there's a black background here, and you'll see if it loads, you should try it yourself. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, you'll see the search results start scrolling in yellow and a black background, and there's actually volume you could actually add with has the Star Wars theme song. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search and Roundtable, SERoundtable.com over the past week. Again, today is Friday, November 27th. Everyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Bye.